It's a pain. It's a pain in the heart. About 90% of them are unemployed. So you don't need to pity them. My name is Varan and I'm holding a Fort Dunn Black Belt accredited from Japan directly. About 10 years back, we had a special enrollment for the deaf student. So at the beginning, I was like really struggling with the boy. I couldn't communicate properly. I had to create my own sign language to speak to him. So provided he still understands what I'm trying to say. But later on, I realized that whatever I show him, he learns. So it was a bit easier for me to communicate with him in that sense. After that, in 2015, this boy had a breakthrough where he started winning medals in numerous major competitions. For information, this deaf karate is not done by anyone else in Malaysia officially.
Okay.
So we are the first, and you can say I'm the founder of the deaf karate team in Malaysia. And we had quite a huge enrollment, about 20 old kids. But due to quite a number of reasons, many of them left. Because karate is not easy. It's very hard to train.
What do you feel if you recall back when the first deaf student come to you?
Yeah, I still remember the mother asked, "Do you coach these kind of kids?" I said, "What kind of kids? I don't see your son is no different from others." Then she said, "No, my son is deaf and he can't speak." I was like shocked. I've seen a lot of deaf people communicate using sign language, you see, but I never thought that I will have one as my student. If anyone wants to help in the sense of our karate teaching, it is my duty and responsibility to straight away say yes.
Okay.
So I believe that I am not running business. I believe this should be given equally to everyone who wants to learn at any level of community they are.
Other than the sign language part, can you share some of the other challenges you faced during the entire coaching journey?
Okay, the entire coaching journey, yes, I had to learn the sign language myself, and I have to rely on teacher Jyoti Subramaniam to teach sign language, but it takes a lot of time because at the beginning it was really hard. So I really thank teacher Jyoti Subramaniam who gave, I can say, most of these days, every day, pretty much every day for the past 4.5 years now. At the moment, I can speak to them a little bit freely, but still, when I make mistakes, teacher also teaches me. The kids also teaches me, because when I spell for them and I ask them what is the sign language for this word, they will teach me.
So for those who stay with you, right, what do you think is their reason to stay?
If end of the day, something that we are doing is not putting the food on our table, it means is that the necessity of having that thing with us will get lower and lower. Maybe some of them think, okay, I should follow what Master Varan advises me to do, and I can see the longer picture. And quitting is not an option for a real karateka.
As their coach, right, do you oftenly see your student being emotional? I mean, the deaf athlete, and how they express their emotion.
Yeah, sometimes they are like us. Sometimes they're being quiet, and then you can see the face expression like sad or confused. So when I see any changes in their face, I straight away call them, "Hey, come here. What's wrong with you? Anything that you want to tell me?" Sometimes they do express. Sometimes they feel shy to express.
For you, right, as a coach, do you ever thought of giving up this mission?
Pretty much every day, because the amount of pressure, the amount of misunderstanding among the deaf community and us. I am thinking we are all same, but they think that they are different and we are different. So to make them think the same way like us is really, really, you can say, it's really pain. It's a pain. It's a pain in the heart, where to make them understand our way of thinking, and then we want to make sure that they can succeed and not much people are coming forward to help these kind of people. See, ordinary people have to start accepting these kind of people. The deaf community, they have to find job, and the job is always a low-skill job because of the education level. So they always work as a factory worker, like operator. The community, if you find the community, it's all the same. Mainly, most of them are unemployed. See, people goes to polytechnics to get some diploma or certification to get some job. But even after those students went to polytechnic, about 90% of them are unemployed. Okay. In my mindset, we wanted to create coaches, teachers, talented, skilled deaf athletes. So we are in the middle of that process, but even that process is taking quite some time. People are not saying yes to my proposals and my ideas of creating this community to a better community. Yeah. So that's a challenge that I'm going through now. If you can mold them and build them properly, they are very good athletes and they can be a very good asset to our country.
So I'm curious, right? For us, normal public, anything we can learn from the deaf athlete?
There are a lot of things we can learn from the deaf athletes. Number one, if we guide them properly, they can do wonders. The we means who? The we means the people who's teaching, like Teacher Jodi. We realized the students' ability and talent, and she did so much of service to them, And then members of public, don't just throw away these people or give them some low-skill job just because they're deaf and they don't have the ability to learn. Actually, they have the ability to learn if you can guide them properly. It takes some time and a lot of hard work, but they can be good asset to you, to your country, to your company. Yeah. So they just need good guidance and acceptance.
What do you think is the level of acceptance for Malaysian towards deaf students?
Yeah, the only thing that they accept these people is saying that they pity them. That's all. Oh, I pity him, so maybe I give him a job. I pity him, so you don't need to pity them.
Anything you want to share to the deaf students itself?
For the deaf students, try sports, because if you want someone to identify you as who you are, it's very difficult. Creating that identity for yourself is not easy, but once you have done that, nobody can stop you. Everyone wants you. When the first place there was rejection, so the acceptance will come into the second place. So for these students, I only say be patient. Just keep doing what you're doing until you reach the top. Hit hard all the time. Try maximum. Never get never mind. Always there is next time, but always the best. Do the best for this time.
Anything else you want to share to the public?
Yeah, accept us. Accept these kids as our national icon. Accept them as our national warriors, because without your support and acceptance, they will not succeed. So please accept us. Please accept them. Please accept everyone as equal.